Hey, it's party time. I'm up to another episode of the Chad Prather Show. We are in the mothership, which is Studio 22. I want to see how quick I could get that out of my system. Hot news, Natalie.
You did it.
I did it.
You did it.
Girl, anybody ever tell you need to cover up showing too much skin?
You do.
Yeah. I'm very protective, Justin. I'm very protective. I don't know why I have to watch out for you girls.
Is it because you're the future governor of Texas and you want to protect the women?
I don't know that I want to touch that question.
Okay.
But I want you all safe and covered.
I'm safe.
Don't show your ankles.
Okay.
You know, let's get very puritanical. Jennings,
Yes,
times
sir.
were simpler when we wore robes and just covered our skin.
I still wear robes.
Do you?
I'm going to wear one on the show someday.
Mm-hmm.
Party foul, Steve. What's your shirt say?
Welcome to the Blank Show.
Yeah.
Girls with guitars.
Those girls stole our T-shirt idea.
I actually talked to them about that, and I told them I was okay with it.
Did you reprimand it? They weren't wearing a lot of clothes the other night either.
They gave me a T-shirt, so I told them we're even.
Boy, you're a pushover.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty girl gives you a T-shirt, and that's it. End of argument.
That was it.
Yeah, you should go into politics.
The question is, did she give you the one she was wearing?
No, she didn't.
Trying, baby.
But I did try to help sell some shirts for her by wearing it, and she sold one.
That boy. The Texas legend Steve Helms, man, the Ragamuffins are taking off.
We're famous.
It's a phenomenon.
It's a phenomenon.
It is a world tour.
It's galactical.
Yeah.
Is that a word?
Natalie,
It
is through the roof.
Really?
It's crazy.
We added a new muffin.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got Jody Booth with us now.
And what a muffin he is.
And he is a muffin top.
Have y'all been on Entertainment Tonight?
No.
Okay.
I don't,
You're on your way, though.
Is that still a thing?
Yes.
Na, 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 na.
Na, 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 na,
Yeah.
So is Mary going to call me? Isn't that her name?
Maybe.
Yeah. It's hump day, man. I just feel like humping. You know what I'm saying?
We should bring the Ragamuffins in here on stage sometime. Clear the chairs out and do
why
a
not?
Chad Prather.
And where would you two guys sit?
We've had some
I would
music.
sit over here watching like I always do.
We'll be
We've
the
had
audience.
music on this show. We need to get the muffins in here.
Get the muffins in.
Do a little deal. It's hard work. It really is being this great.
It's crazy.
Man, it's insane. Our fiddle player, Ben McPherson, I think he's still a member.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
Hey,
That's a
The
busy
band's already
boy.
going through turmoil.
Y'all posted a picture online the other day, and it was a great. Everybody was like picking their nose and picking their ears and picking their fingers. It was a great picture. So.
Except for Ben. Ben's trying to figure us out.
Yeah.
He's 25 years old. He hadn't gotten silly yet.
Yeah.
That's the funny part to me is he hadn't figured this out yet.
Yeah, exactly. Our band is maybe 2 months old, and we're already in turmoil.
I know. You're going to split up.
He'll figure it out whenever his band opens up before us one day.
Ragamuffins are going to the top, baby. June 4th, we're going to be Arlington, Texas. And I want you guys to get your tickets. Come see us at Arlington Music Hall. You go to watchchad.com. It's got all of the information that you need. We're having fun. We had a show down on the coast down in Seabrook, Texas last week. And it was good. It was
Fun
good
stuff, man.
Yeah, man. It's been fun. It's been fun. See, here's my philosophy. I know that whatever talent I have is always just mediocre, right? I do a lot of things with mediocrity. But I know if I build people around me who are really good, it does one of two things. It hides my inability. Sometimes it exposes it.
Kind of makes me wonder what I'm here for then. I'm like lower than mediocre.
Yeah.
He needs somebody to point to and go, hey, he's less than I am.
Oh, I'm here to make you look better. Okay, I get it now.
It's true. It's all good. Look at those cups. Those are beautiful. Prather for Texas.
I know. Do you want a drink?
No.
Because you're coughing.
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
I've had a tickle. It's okay. Yeah, and I need tequila is what I need.
That would fix it.
Yeah. Our guys over at Road Armor, they are a great sponsor. They offer American-made bumpers built on quality, protection, and style. You need it on your truck, on your Jeep. You need it on your vehicle. You really do. They're incredible. Originated the smooth steel bumper since 2000. Not all replacement bumpers are created equal. I want to encourage you to experience the difference. The Road Armor difference. There's no substitute for Road Armor bumpers. 100% made in the USA. Texas strong, and all products are backed by their lifetime guarantee. They pride themselves themselves on building bumpers to the highest quality, style, and protection that are suited to various lifestyles and interests. Road Armor's meticulous attention to detail, advanced manufacturing technology, and the highest grade steel provide a technically superior product using the highest quality materials. Their mission is to produce products that are an irreplaceable piece of equipment that protect what matters most, the inside and outside of your vehicle. Road Armor proudly supports, hires, and mentors first responders and veterans of every caste. Every time you purchase a Road Armor product, you're not only buying a product focused on style and protection, but also helping to support truly life-changing organizations such as the American Valor Foundation. They're passionate about giving back to our first responder and veteran communities and do so through charitable donations and event integration and giveaways on behalf of the organization. Visit roadarmor.com. Use code BLAZE50 to save 50% off your first purchase. That's roadarmor.com. Promo code BLAZE50. We'll be right back. So I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with that story about the situation in Minnesota where the young man was shot. A lot of crazy stuff going on with that whole deal. Always a sad situation whenever a law enforcement officer has to discharge a weapon at another human being, always. But here's the thing. The media is the enemy of the people, all right? The media has always got to create and stir the pot. They got to create a shit show, stir the pot, and that's exactly what they're doing with this whole thing. Because here you've got this white female officer who shot this poor young unarmed man. He got pulled over for having a dangly air freshener thing in his window or hanging from his rearview mirror, right? And there was, oddly enough, a warrant for his arrest. There were two things. One was a marijuana possession, but the other one was an illegal gun charge. Okay? So here's the thing. He breaks free from the handcuffs, gets in a car, he bolts. There was a claim out there that she thought she was pulling her taser. Instead, she pulled her gun. I find that to be not true because, one, a taser weighs about 8 ounces. A gun is a bit heavier, and you don't carry them side by side. They're not on the same side of the body, right? You put the taser with your weaker hand.
And the gun in your dominant.
So this is also a person who's been on the force for 26 years, right? And I say all that to say this. Comply. Don't resist arrest. Comply. Every single one of these situations that we see, comply with the officer. So I'm pulling through Nowhereville, Texas the other day, and you know how it is. You run, it goes from 70 to 30 miles an hour like that.
Me and Helms had that conversation through that same town, I bet.
Yeah. So I'm coming through Highway 171, and whoop, they light me up, right? I'm doing 50. Speedometer says 45, but I got that big old truck, right? It's always going 5 miles an hour faster. They clocked me at a 50 and a 30. And I just laughed when the officers came to the window. I said, he goes, well, we pulled you over for speed. And I said, okay. I mean, I felt like I was barely moving. But he said, you were doing 50. And it was a 30. And I said, didn't know. He goes, well, it's posted. I said, still didn't know. I mean,
I was busy texting. I was
on my phone, dude. I don't know what you want me to tell you. You know? But I hand him my driver's license, and they wrote me a ticket, you know?
Yeah.
So I ain't paying it, but whatever. Does he not know I'm the governor?
I don't think that he does.
I'm glad to see that he is doing his job and even writing the governor a ticket.
Yeah.
We're going to do a T-shirt that says, never, we're not.
I think that should be it. No, we're not.
No, we're not.
That should be your T-shirt.
Yeah.
Chad Prather. No, we're not.
Cooper Wade the other day at the show said we're going to do a shirt that says I got erect with the governor-elect.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
I said, Cooper, only you would wear that shirt. Anyway.
I think he can wear any shirt he wants to.
Pretty much, yeah. He fills it out. It's like it was a bag stuffed with balloons. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Anyway.
You know how he gets people over to his merch table after a show?
Mm-hmm.
Changes shirts at the merch table.
I know. He's
solid.
bound.
Good idea.
Anyway, Anyway,
you should do that.
The whole deal is, I wouldn't trade places with these folks in law enforcement. I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. Over 50 protesters were arrested during a second night of violence in Minnesota. Of course, this was over the deadly shooting of Daunte Wright. And immediately they make this thing, the media wants to make this thing a race thing. Let me remind everybody, Daunte Wright was half white. His mother's white. We got to stop making everything about race. Stop making it. The media wants us divided. I don't care if it's political parties. I don't care if it's race. I don't care what it is. We got to stop this nonsense. And we're not going to stop, but there was gunfire. There were 20, 30 gunshots. 3 men firing directly towards the police and National Guard members. So it's a bad situation. Looters all over the town. It's a bad situation. It's not going to end. It's going to continue happening. So it's a bad deal.
That's the worst crime now that could ever be committed is a white cop killing a black person. Mm-hmm. That's over the top of any other crime.
Well, and what got ridiculous is when the city manager fired or whoever it was fired the person for saying, well, we're going to give this thing due process of law. Just saying due process, that person lost their job. Fired him for that. I mean, what else are you going to do? Take them out in the street and hang them?
So if you don't think that it was a mistake that she grabbed her gun, did she have a right to fire upon him? Do we know that yet?
I don't know that, but I do know that running from the police, I don't think you immediately... I mean, there was a situation in Georgia that happened the other day where 3 officers got shot after a 110-mile-an-hour speed chase. You know, it becomes, you're now using your vehicle as a deadly weapon. Right. So I don't know the circumstances of the situation, but it's a sad deal either way. I mean, it's sad that someone lost their life. It's sad that this happened. I mean, that this officer's in the middle of this now. It's sad because of the face it puts on police. You know, even Obama came out and said we have to reimagine what policing looks like in the United States. Which makes me want to throw up.
Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth.
This normal traffic stop became a felony stop once they found out he had warrants for him.
Correct.
That sends a adrenaline rush along with probably some fear. And those two combined, they don't go good together.
They don't go good together. That's why this could have been a lack of training. This is a person, a 26-year veteran, though. It could have been a lack of training. We could speculate all day long. The bottom line, it's a sad situation, but it's sad all the way around.
But to reimagine, so now we just, when they run or break free, we're now going to just let them run.
I mean, if I were a police officer, basically that's probably what I would choose to do.
That's exactly what I would do.
I mean, as a person that's been arrested more than once, I didn't run any of the times.
Well, and again, the issue, and I heard David Webb on the radio yesterday talking about just comply. I mean, the bottom line is if you don't comply, you're going to get in trouble. I mean, it doesn't matter. You plead it to the judge. Don't plead it with the officer out there on the street. Don't do that. Comply. If they're arresting you, you know you've got a warrant out for your arrest. Don't break free from the cuffs and jump in your car and try to speed off.
Well, if they're arresting you and you know you're not wrong, you still need to comply.
Exactly.
And then you deal with it.
I'm in a situation right now. Listen, I know what it's like to be unjustly accused of stuff. I know what that's like. Well, what are you going to do? You just spend your whole life, you got to defend yourself to the right person, right? And in that situation, that ain't it. It's a sad deal. And anyway, that's going on. So it's, if you're a police officer in this day and age, God bless you. I mean, honest to God, God bless you, because I've always said there's 2 jobs that need to be harder to get, and they should earn more. One's police officer, another's school teacher. It should be harder to get those jobs, more difficult. And it should be a very skilled thing, and they should make more money.
Am I correct in that the police chief also resigned after this? That's my understanding.
Was it resigned or fired? Because who was it? One of the ones was fired.
Well, I think either way it was going to happen.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll look it up.
They came right out and had that video right up really fast.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't disagree with that. They had to get it out to the public as fast as they could. Of course, she was claiming, she was taser. And like I say again, with the adrenaline, a little bit of fear mixed in there, that gun you said weighs more than that. At that moment, that gun weighed nothing.
Yeah. And a weird thing. I mean, it could have just been just a knee-jerk reaction.
Because you go with your dominant hand.
You go with your dominant hand. But again, it's a sad deal.
Yeah, that's sad.
Sad deal.
Very much.
Speaking of sad deals, the president, somebody needs to explain to Joe Biden what infrastructure means. Can you play that first clip there, Chance? Nope, maybe. Come on, let's play Joe. I love the sound of the man's voice.
Independent analysis shows that if we pass this plan, the economy will create 19 million jobs. Good jobs, blue-collar jobs, jobs that pay well. That's long-term jobs for pipe fitters, healthcare workers, those who work in the steel factories and the cutting-edge labs as well. The new report out this week shows that nearly 90% of the infrastructure jobs created in the American Jobs Plan can be filled by people who don't have a college degree. 75% of those good-paying jobs don't need an associate's degree. It's a blue-collar blueprint for increasing the opportunity for people. This is an economic opportunity for those who have helped build the country and have been ignored or neglected for much too long by our government. It's a once-in-a-generation investment in our economic future, a chance to win the future, paid for by asking big corporations, many of which do not pay any taxes at all, just to begin to pay their fair share.
Well, there's a mouthful there.
Can I just ask two things real quick? First of all, is it ironic that it's coming from a man who's never had a job? And secondly, he talks about long-term neglect from the government. That's you.
Yeah.
That's you.
That's 50 years of neglect
50
right there
years
talking.
of Joe Biden.
Yeah. Yeah. They throw these numbers around out there, and people don't even question any of it, right? 19 million jobs is what this infrastructure plan is going to do. We're talking about a $2.3 trillion American jobs plan. $2.3 trillion. Again, let's get back to this whole conversation about it's money that doesn't exist. Mm-hmm. We're in trouble. Glenn Beck said we got about 45 days before there's going to be a major economic problem in this country. We'll see. We'll see. But I tell you what, whether it's 45 days or 450 days, it's coming. Because we keep spending, writing checks we can't cash.
Correct.
And so Pete Buttigieg, our favorite Secretary of Transportation, Pete Buttigieg rode his bike 50 feet and saving the planet. Let's see what Pete Buttigieg had to say to Chris Wallace.
I want to give you another fact check. All of you in the Biden administration have been selling this plan as a huge jobs creator. Here you are just last Sunday.
The American Jobs Plan is about a generational investment. It's going to create 19 million jobs. And we're talking about economic growth that's going to go on for years and years.
But it turns out the study you're citing from Moody's Analytics says the economy will add 16.3 million jobs without the infrastructure bill and 2.7 million more with it. So it doesn't, as you said last Sunday, create 19 million jobs. Again, Secretary Buttigieg, why mislead folks?
Well, you're right. I should have been more precise. The 19 million jobs that will be created are more than the jobs that will be created if we don't do the plan. And it's very important to make this point.
Wait.
Why mislead the people? Well, because that's what we do.
That's what we
leave out
do.
the facts.
Look at Chris Wallace trying to do some real journalism.
Don't hurt your head with some math.
Trying to be a real interviewer, ask the hard question.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, Secretary Buttigieg. Yeah, he said, I should have been very precise about the difference in jobs that the particular analysis suggests, which is 2.7 million more. But that is a great place to be, he told Chris Wallace on Sunday. Why wouldn't we want America to create 2.7 million more jobs? Well, it doesn't answer the question. You still were misleading.
You were misleading.
The bottom line.
We wouldn't have to create them if they wouldn't have eliminated them during COVID.
Much more than that, right?
Is 2.7 million jobs
solve the problem
worth the investment that of money that they're talking about?
Break down 2.3 trillion.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
For the 2.7 million jobs that are going to be created by it. And I'm sorry, the math don't quite add
Carry
up.
the one.
You know how many jobs you could provide with $2.3 trillion if you just give them the damn money? But see, again, the money doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. Crazy story. Argentina. They got vineyards at 9,000 feet up in the mountains. They make world-class, like 90-point wine down there. But now they're coming under great threat because of the radical mobs that are attacking and seizing their land. Buildings are burning down in the middle of the night. Equipment's getting looted and stolen. The government's down there. The government down there is not doing anything because they're in bed with the radicals. Naturally, people are snapping up these wines while they still can because it won't be long. You might not be able to get them. They taste incredible. I want you to get them as well. They got notes of blackberry, dark cherry, leather, smoke, great with steak. Today, the guys over at cowboywines.com, they got another special shipment of these wines in, and they want to share them with our audience. So go to cowboywines.com. That's cowboywines.com. Get some of these Malbecs. They are absolutely amazing, and you are going to enjoy them. Cowboywines.com. We'll be right back. Museum apologizes for unethical skull collection. Vows reburial of anonymous remains. Apparently they had Philadelphia. They had human remains. They were once used to justify white supremacist views, vowed to repatriate the widely criticized collection. 1,300 human skulls, including the remains of at least a dozen anonymous black Philadelphians collected by 19th century doctor and white supremacist Samuel George Morton, according to the Philadelphia Inquirer. The macabre collection currently in storage was accumulated in the first half of the 19th century, was used in his research to justify white supremacist views. And so obviously they were talking about the skulls being different shapes and things like that, like assholes do.
I mean, that's why we go to museums, so you can look at skulls of past creatures, beings, that kind of thing.
You can come over to my house. I got a skull collection. I'll show you.
That's a little weird.
Listen, I was at the antiques.
When was the last time you were at a museum, Steve?
I was at the antiques week down in Round Top, Texas a few weeks ago. Man, I saw a skull sitting in a box out there with all the antiques. Ain't no damn telling where that thing came from.
You'd have put something turquoise on him, he'd have bought him, I promise.
You're right. Slap some turquoise on that thing, a little silver.
What about like the shrunken heads and all that? All going to have to be.
Let me. Yeah,
that's what I was thinking of too. That's why I go.
Yeah,
shrunken heads. That was one of the cool things in your kid.
The issue is not the skull.
Okay,
the issue was what it was and what it was used for. That's the issue. So you gotta. The issue is never the issue.
Mm-hmm.
It's not because they had skulls. I can just tell you that right now. It's because of what it was used for.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole deal.
I mean, were they drinking out of them after they conquered?
No, they were using them to push white supremacist views.
Oh.
That's the whole issue.
Yeah.
See that we talked about that.
We
for 5
could use
minutes
that argument on anything. That's the easiest argument.
If you would have listened to that little article he read, that's
listen to part of it. Come on.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. But that's the whole deal. Just remember, folks, the issue is never the issue. And I will say to my listeners and those viewers, if you have turquoise, I love turquoise. Please send me
True
whatever
story.
you got.
True story.
I do love turquoise. My bolo ties, got some rings, bracelets, the whole thing.
Put the address up. Where are we sending it?
There was another guy that ran for governor that liked turquoise a lot.
Yeah.
Remember him?
No.
Smoked cigars, cowboy hat.
You talking about Kinky?
Yeah.
Kinky Friedman?
He had some turquoise.
I want to do, here's the thing, Allison. Allison's sitting off camera over here. Everybody knows Allison. I want to do a whole campaign sticker that says, Chad Prather, he's not kinky.
I love it.
That's what we need to do.
And
that's a t-shirt.
That's inaccurate, though.
Yeah, well, still.
I know, yeah.
I'm not into the kink shame, but.
I get it.
Can we please do that, Chad Prather? He's not kinky?
Yes.
Yeah. That's a perfect campaign slogan.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what we should do, new shop.blazemedia.com, where you can go get your Refuse to Lick the Toad shirt. Were you in here last week we were talking about
No.
Or Monday,
I was
we
in
were
Austin.
talking about how Hunter Biden sobered up by using toad vapors.
Yes.
And he
Yes.
was going on these hallucinogenic things, and that's how he got off of doing the crack. And so refuse to lick the toad is our new shirt on shop.blazemedia.com.
Okay.
Yeah. That's and we got a whole thing where we can anyway, go watch Monday's episode. It was good.
I'm not going to get that t-shirt, but I bought quite a few of your t-shirts.
Yeah, I don't know why you buy anything. We just give them to you.
But I did. Steve sent me one the other day.
Thank you for the support.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I just smile and think there's another $1.
Connecticut woman arrested 3 times in 24 hours. Natalie, I want you to accomplish more. I need you to achieve more in life. Connecticut.
I cannot lay claim to any of this. I can't brag about this at all.
32-year-old Heather Poplaski. She's busted at 6:30 p.m. Saturday when she stepped towards a victim with a large kitchen knife during a domestic argument in her home, or at a home. Allegedly threatened to cut herself to make it appear the victim had injured her. Bitches be crazy. Yo. She was charged with disorderly conduct and reckless endangerment. She was released on bond, sent to the hospital for observation. There she received a summons for some type of incident involving workers at the medical facility. After leaving the hospital, she allegedly violated the conditions of her release by returning to the home where the feud took place, leading to another arrest.
Good night.
She wasn't done. I think I may know this chick.
Yeah. I
may know this woman. Following her second arrest, she was held on $25,000 cash bail. While in custody, she was accused of purposely flooding her cell by clogging the toilet with toilet paper and other trash. So she was charged with criminal mischief.
That girl.
This girl.
That girl.
Oh, that's just Heather.
She's just being Heather.
Let's drown ourselves in toilet water.
Yeah. I was just trying to make some of that prison whiskey.
She sounds awesome.
Dude.
You should see what she could do when she's sober.
Yeah. No kidding, man. So I need you to accomplish more. Really.
Yeah, I'm underachiever.
Yeah, you really are.
Heather
you don't have
sounds
any
like
skulls.
a real good campaign manager.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I know this chick.
I know you know her, Poplaski.
I really do. I think I know this chick. Man, this campaign.
Yeah.
It ain't kinky.
No.
But I'll tell you what, we're having a blast with it.
Mm-hmm.
They hate me.
No, they don't.
Oh, they do.
Who's they?
The people in power right now.
Well, okay.
Well, to be honest, they hated him before it, but now they really hate him.
Yeah. I think a few of them feel a little threatened.
Has the lieutenant governor sent you a text message lately?
Not since I've announced.
Yeah.
You've seen him since then.
I have. He asked me if you were really running.
If I was really running.
He did.
And you said, yeah. And he went,
I said, yes.
He's wondering if he's going to still have a job.
that was pretty much his response.
That was his response.
So I was at a big meeting earlier in the week, and somebody said, "Oh, this Chad Prather, he's running for Texas governor," and you could hear people in the room like they didn't know how to take it. They were like, "Okay."
It's kind of my reaction.
Well, let me tell you something. I've been hitting these events in these different towns around Texas, and the responses have been great.
Yeah.
You know, we were at a big event on Saturday. 1,000 people, a couple thousand people out there. Man, people are fired up. They're fired up.
Do you feel like you're getting support?
Yeah.
Okay.
The grassroots support, it's there.
Yeah.
It's there because it's no nonsense. I'm not playing the political game. These people want to come at me and they want to talk about, well, why aren't you testifying in Austin? Why are you testifying in Austin? Mm-hmm. They've already made up their damn minds what they're going to do with these bills.
That's true.
You're just going in there and pretending to put a Band-Aid on a bruise. Mm-hmm. That's it. I mean, they've already made up their damn minds.
Well, and the whole reason you're not doing that is because that's just exactly why you're running. It's the political game.
Stop playing the game.
Yes.
Let's beat them where it hurts, at the ballot box and at the bank. Beat them, because let me tell you something. These people, they're in it for power and greed, one way or another.
Have they gone for you personally yet?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Whoopie-doo.
I know. I just haven't seen it.
Whoopie-doo.
So there's some good news.
I mean, there's all kind of stuff that's out there.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a DWI in the state of Texas in 2006. Public record.
Yeah.
You know that. I've done plenty of things. I mean, what do you want me to say? I didn't go on Epstein's plane. I didn't go down to the island. You know, I mean, you're not.
He did beat me one time.
I beat Steve one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I deserved it.
I mean, I've lived the same life everybody else has lived, you know? And
I got tickled Friday at our show. There's people that are supposedly on our team and our friends that were like, well, man, you got to play the game a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like,
and I said, you want to get fired right now?
Well, yeah, but
I'll kick you off the team. No, we're not going to play that game. Not. You got to play it a little bit. He
literally just said, I don't want to play their game. And they were like, well, you got to play a little.
And I said, well, you know what? You just got to kiss my ass a little bit. How about that?
Just a little.
Kiss it. You ain't got to kiss the whole thing.
A little bit.
Hunter Biden's up to no good. Don't lick the toad. From his shady foreign business dealings to his lies in the media, the Bidens are working overtime to cover up Hunter's laundry list of scandals, and the media and big tech is helping them do it. That's why the filmmakers behind the Gosnell movie are making My Son Hunter, the Hunter Biden movie, to put an end to the Biden media cover-up. My Son Hunter will expose it all, the shady foreign business deals, the laptop, and more. But they need your help to do it. Hollywood will not fund this film, obviously. It's too controversial and exposes some of the most powerful people in the world. So these independent filmmakers are relying on you. Your gift of $10, $50, $100 or more will help stop the Biden media cover-up and make My Son Hunter. And your donation is 100% tax deductible. Go to mysonhuntermovie.com right now. Make your donation. Help make this incredibly important film. My Son Hunter film or movie.com. mysonhuntermovie.com. We'll be right back. What I really wanted to do was to get you on the show screaming and yelling at your child the way we just witnessed.
It's true. Well, I mean, was I screaming?
You're talking about a verbal ass beating. That poor kid.
Well,
you weren't screaming, but there was some authority in her voice.
There was definitely. I said, get another zero. Get another zero, and you're done. I'm okay with a struggling child. I'm not okay with one that didn't even try.
Yeah.
You didn't even try.
Yeah.
I had no idea what she was talking about, but I scheduled a tutor session just in case she was talking to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did go into mom mode, but, you know.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Poor kid. Parenting is great, isn't it? Isn't it?
Well, I think that's the word. You have to parent.
You got to parent.
It's not okay.
That's the thing.
To be lazy.
People aren't. They're either unwilling or they're not allowed to parent. Here's the thing. You have so many people out there unwilling to parent. You're willing to let the state raise your kid.
Correct.
Right? Indoctrinate your kid, brainwash your kid. Then you send them off to college and you're trying to figure out why in the hell, that it's, that you got a problem with your kid. Mm-hmm. They go off to college, they come back, and they're all indoctrinated with all this weird crap because you didn't parent them.
Right.
And, or if you really try to parent, the state's going to fight against you because they want to be the authority in your kid's life.
Well, and we were able to get away with, we could hide our zeros that we got a lot easier than these kids now because I get an email.
Everything's online. So I actually get, information every time that something's not turned in or that they fail or that they pass. We praise them when they're doing amazing and put them in line when they're not. Whoop that ass.
That's right.
I couldn't get away with nothing. My mom was like 3 doors down teaching her class. I made a zero in something. She found out about it before I did.
Yeah, but you were 23 years old.
Yeah, but
Already felt your mom was a teacher?
Yeah. 30 years.
See, and my mom was in that 51% place, so she didn't know as much.
She was in the bar.
She'll
she was
tell
like,
you
nah,
that.
it's all
She was
good.
bartending.
It's
so
all good.
She didn't know I was able to hide it.
I've always said it, and it works. People want to teach their kids right from wrong. Okay, do that. There's value in that. I got it. But right for me and wrong for you, they may be two different things, right? What's right for me may not be right for you, and vice versa. And the same goes with your kids. Teach them a value system, like education. Teach them the value of education, of reading something and making it. Why should they learn? Why? You know what I'm saying? So with my kids, it was always about teaching them something what they needed to value. Because if you value it, you will make the right choices that accomplish that thing, right? Because you have a vested interest in it.
And beat that ass.
You beat that ass.
Well, that's a good idea, but you can just say, just do it.
Yeah. Well, just do it. And that's true. You do have to do those things. But I think if you indoctrinate because that's what the state's doing to our kids.
Yeah.
They're teaching them a value system. And it's not ours.
Yeah.
So you gotta teach your kids a value system, one that you value. Why is faith important? Why is education important? Why is learning how to dress important? Why? Articulating your words, Joe Biden. Learn how to say things.
Yeah.
And do things. Learn how to communicate. Why is that important? Why should it be valued? They're going to get along in life. They're going to be 35 years old. They're going to have changed careers 7 times. They're going to graduate from college after 5 years of studying with a degree in undecided. They don't know who they are. They don't know where they're going. They have no sense of what a retirement is or anything like that. So anyway, you're doing a good job.
I'm trying. And we do try to use the value system, and we try to put substance behind the why.
Yeah.
So
I would never
empowers them.
In a house with Joseph Stanier, I would never disobey. I could kill you with a thumb.
I definitely don't disobey.
And we don't know whose thumb he's using either.
That's
the weird
exactly right. I got this at the museum in Philadelphia.
No,
in
he did
comedy,
not.
that's what they call a callback right there.
Circled back around.
Yeah,
It is also not true. Joseph did not get a thumb from the museum.
Yeah,
but he could.
He ripped it off of that white supremacist.
No.
North Korea, it doesn't matter. It's all over. North Korea may amass almost 250 nuclear weapons by 2027. It's exciting news.
That is not good.
Kim Jong-un amassing a deadly nuclear arsenal that could reach 242 weapons and a dozen of intercontinental ballistic missiles. That's a fun thing to say. By 27. Just 6 years down the road.
Hopefully when the aliens come, they're going to wipe them out first.
Yeah. That's Asian hate, Steve. Even if a few of the likely dozens of North Korean nuclear weapons could cause millions of fatalities and serious casualties if detonated on the Korean Peninsula or U.S. cities, you got to smoke that ass.
Smoke that
ass. So nuclear negotiations between Washington and Pyongyang have stalled since the summit with Kim and then President Donald Trump held in Vietnam in 2019 failed to produce an agreement. Boy, it sure makes me happy that Joe Biden's there. That's just warm. I sleep at night.
Where?
Don't think he's not scheduling a Zoom call right now with that guy.
Can you define there?
Yeah, he's pudding brain. A little bit addled. He's all over the place. But don't worry. Don't worry. Now, you say that's North Korea. They're a bunch of bumbling buffoons, right? Well, eventually they get it right. Here's one even more fun. China intends to militarize space, displace U.S. power. They're going to have operational space station in low Earth orbit between 22 and 24. That's why you got to put me in the governor seat. I'll fix this.
Are you going to also build a space station?
Yeah.
Nope. No, we're going to do that. We're going to do it right from Austin. They're militarizing space and matching or exceeding U.S. technology in the coming years. China's military is poised to become the U.S.'s greatest rival in space, setting far-reaching and ambitious goals to gain the military, economic, and prestige benefits that Washington has accrued from space leadership. So talking about the aliens, there you go. Now, everybody laughed when Donald Trump came up with this thing called Space Force.
Yeah.
Everybody laughed. Donald Trump, so stupid. No, y'all are stupid. Because you took a name and you ran with it and you made a joke out of it. But now shit just got real.
It's because he knew this was coming.
Exactly. Shit just got real, man.
And China's running out of room. They got to send those people somewhere.
I hope somebody poses this to Psaki.
So to me, that was his way of, in his own weird way of doing things, letting everybody know this shit's coming.
Remember what I always say, guys, the issue is never the issue. It wasn't a joke. It's the kind of thing. We're going to have an operational space station between 22 and 24. They're going to conduct exploratory missions to the moon with the aim to establish a robotic research station on the lunar surface, which pisses me off.
Yeah.
That's our moon.
That's right.
Our moon.
Live from space. I can see it now, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, China's been outpacing us technology-wise forever anyway.
Yeah.
And there's no telling how far ahead that they actually are.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Never know. Washington has a way. China has a way of getting things done.
Was that a Freudian slip?
Yeah, right. Except Washington doesn't.
Yeah. China holds a gun to your head and says,
exactly.
get it done.
They get it done. They work 8 days a week. Yeah.
It's the Natalie parenting skills.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what they're going to do. They're just going to start shooting us from space. It says China is building a larger and increasingly capable nuclear missile force that is more survivable, more diverse, and on higher alert than in the past, including nuclear missile systems designed to manage regional escalation and ensure an intercontinental second strike capability.
That's probably because they're going to dig a hole so deep they can come from the underside and get us.
That's a mess, dude. Dig a hole all the way through the earth. I don't know. I know I was baptized by Texas, though. Look at that shirt.
It's beautiful.
Oh, my gosh. It's a scary world we're living in. But Joe Biden is on the wall. He's guarding us. I got some talking about a wall. When we come back, I got some crazy stuff I'm going to tell you about what's going on the southern border. Hang tight. We'll be right back. Hey, 1,000 illegal people are crossing our border, unscathed, untouched, every single day.
Ooh.
Every single day. Mm-hmm. Now, many of them, many folks that are coming to the southern border, they're turning themselves into Border Patrol because they're getting fed, they're getting medical, they're getting place to stay, they're getting a plane ticket to somewhere in the country. But the ones that are untouched, 1,000 a day.
Now, is AOC there greeting them and shaking their hand? She's not there. She hadn't shown up.
I'm sure, Joe
weird.
Biden and Kamala Harris still haven't been down there. They're
okay.
Doing it. It's a bad situation. But whatever. I mean, whatever. China's shooting us from
told
space.
Me that they're not checking automobiles. They're
waving them through.
Waving them through, man.
Waving them through. My friend who's got a ranch in North Mexico, he called me the other day. He said, man, they're not even stopping people at the border. They got all lanes open. They're just waving people through.
They don't have time to check everybody, so they're just roll on. Come in.
Yep. So, what could go wrong?
Sure.
Hi, everybody. What could go wrong? That's just the deal. We're in a bad situation. China's shooting us from space. Kim Jong-un is going to have a couple hundred nukes. Joe Biden doesn't know what planet he's on. So what could go wrong?
But hey, the tweets are not mean anymore.
They're not mean.
We're good.
They're not mean. And Joe Biden, he did say they're going to start filling in the gaps and building the wall. Racist.
You're going to have to secede us.
I'm going to secede us.
I think we need to beat Elon Musk to Mars and claim it.
Yeah.
We gotta.
That's our only outlet.
Yep.
Am I Crazy? My new book is going to be out August 3rd. If we can find enough paper to print it on. It's actually a problem. Pre-order it now where books are sold. And also, come see us. Go to watchchad.com. That's where the fun stuff is. And I see you over there thumbing through the shirts right now.
Well, you just need more tanks. I would like some tank tops on here.
Listen, we got some cool stuff.
Cover up, Al.
We got some cool stuff coming.
I need to show more of this. So you don't have any of this. You're like, cover. It's very Amish.
Yeah, we like puritanical. They've circled all the way back to where this show started. Okay. Circled back.
Here's a tank.
So stop. You shop later. Let's finish the show. Okay.
Sorry.
WatchChad.com is where the fun stuff is. Go to Prather2022.com. And check out what we're doing and what our concerns are. Sign up on our email address so you get the daily Chad Prather for Governor email. Tells you everything we got going on. Keeps you up to date in Texas. I love y'all. God bless you. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.